Dad, can you hurry up? Because I want to go to the toilet before I
Danica Tanamu plays it, fifth and final touch. Tanamu takes him on herself.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Welcome to BMTA. We are here for the grand finals this evening. First up, we've got the women's premier in Rebels and Southern Storm, joined here with the main man himself, Jordan Dart. Big game tonight for the girls. Who do you think is going to come out on top?
Well, I think it's a flip of the coin. Southern Storm obviously gone through undefeated, but Uni Rebels have been the benchmark for the last 3 to 4 years. So I think I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm not a cat. I'll go for it. I'm going Storm tonight.
Storm?
Yeah.
Big call. Okay.
Big
How much?
call.
Any?
2.
2.
Yeah.
Sports bets paying. Don't know. Won't know. You're joined here with myself. My name's Kai Leggett. We are going to be holding the fort until the voice of Queensland Touch, Scott McAllister, joins us in a second. As we go to the UQ Rebels squad. God, there's talent everywhere, isn't there?
There is.
As we look through the squad there, we've got Britt Donovan, Demi Ashurst, Tiani Bryce, Beck Mai, the absolute warhorse in the middle, Marama Thomas, Sydney Murphy, Caitlin Blade for the first 7 on the screen there. As we can see in the background as well, we've got Southern Storm running out onto the field. What do you think of the chances of the UQ tonight?
Oh, look, I think they've had a bit of an up and down season, but like I said, they've been the benchmark for the last 3 to 4 years, and they don't make a grand final for no reason. So I think if Storm are going to do it, it has to be clinical. So, Rebels are going to come out red hot, I think.
Yeah, and I think that's just the way the Rebels have always run it. As we can see the last of the players on the screen there, there's just bulk Australian players in
Captain
there
Sammy Jo Curtis, Marie Tuckerai, Kate Hammond. I've missed the rest, but we'll go to Southern Storm now. Anika Tanamu, Felicity Archer, Charlie Nicola, Emily Ward, Meg Muir, the captain Ash Carney, Lily Neal, Laura Gleeson, Charlotte Vandermeer, Chloe Nicola, the other captain Jenna Rousel, coached by Wayne Grant, Kana Karashia, Laura Field, Millie Neville and David Crace.
Yeah, I think Southern Storm have definitely got a game on their hands tonight with UQ obviously looking to really run over them early doors. But I think it's going to be a very, very good game all round, I think.
Yeah, I think Rebels obviously will be led by Sammy Jo and Ma Thomas and Beck Mai, who's excellent defensively in the middle. And then you combat that through Storm. You've got Ash Carney. Charlie Nicola has probably been the form youngster in the competition. And probably Kana. How good is it to see her coming all the way from Japan to play in our competition this year?
Unbelievable, yeah. It should be one definitely to watch this evening. Now, if you're watching at home, you can obviously see the grass is unmowed. It is because it has absolutely hammered down here for the last 4 days.
We might pause just for the national anthem here.
Definitely.
You have 3 minutes until the start of game. 3 minutes until the start of game.
Well, the stage is set now. The 2 top teams from the competition about to make their way out onto the field for the grand final. Just pause for the national anthems, a moment's silence as well to commemorate Remembrance Day not too long ago. Scott McAllister, big thanks to Kyle Leggett as well for filling in while I was streaming my way through the car park.
Pulled him out of the sub box.
Yeah, we popped him out of the sub box. It was a great, nice work from Kai there. He's been great in the commentary box throughout the season. Let's take a look at tonight's key player matchup. Sammy Jo Curtis leads from the front UQ Rebels, and what a season it's been. Full season over here for Kana. It's been great to see her.
Yeah, it has. It's been excellent. Obviously, I've coached the women's prems this year, and playing against her, it's actually been real hard work. So she's brought a lot to the competition and made us get on our toes. And I'm really excited to see what she brings in these conditions.
And Sammy Jo, as you can see some of her stats there, captain of the team for the last 10 years. She's still a young lady, right? And they could see obviously leadership qualities within Sammy Jo at an early stage, current Queensland women's player, current Australian women's player as well. She is going to lead from the front tonight, and you want your experienced players in big games like this.
You do. Sammy Jo, like I said to Kai before, Rebels have been the benchmark for the last 4 to 5 years, and that's because of players like Sammy Jo. So I'm excited to see her have a big game here tonight as well.
On the other side, Kano played for Japan at the Touch World Cup, like we said, has come across to Australia for a whole 12 months over here to get more experience playing week in, week out footy. And when she goes home, she's going to take so much away from this Metro Cup season, but definitely a player to watch tonight.
Yeah, like I said, I think in these conditions, they really suit her footwork around the line. As we know, in Brisbane, it's been torrential for the last probably 2 weeks straight. And I think around this 7, around that line, she's going to be hard to change direction with.
So we take a look over on the Southern Storm box. What a season they've had. Minor premiers, they've lost the last 2 grand finals against the same very opponent, the UQ Rebels, going for 4 grand finals in a row. Jordy, really can't script anything better in terms of a grand final with what's been drafted up here tonight. Can the Storm get over that hoodoo of the last 2 grand finals? Can they stop this juggernaut Rebels team from getting an amazing 4 premierships in a row? 40 minutes separates these 2 teams. How do you see this one unfolding?
Well, I said to Kai before, I've actually tipped Storm tonight. I think their youngsters have got a bit more experience around this 7. They're sharp around the line with players like Kana, Charlie Nicola, Ash Carney. You can't write Ash Carney off. So I've tipped them, but UQ, like I said, they're the benchmark. It's going to take a clinic from Storm to try and get this one, I think.
And will be the UQ Rebels that have the opening tap-off in this match. Big crowd out here as well. The 2 teams have played each other twice this year, and the Storm got the victory on both occasions. Can they do it in the big one tonight? We will see. Rebels with the opening possession. Here is Sammy Jo Curtis, who plays it. They've got players in motion, ball on the inside, and there were Storm defenders to take it. So nice defensive start there from the Storm, just settling those nerves. Let's see how they go with their first set of 6 ball in hand.
It's very slippery out there, very wet. It's who's going to win this midfield, I think, is going to go a long way, and they get the first penalty, Storm.
A little bit of contact there. Rebels won't be too disappointed with that, just seeing where the boundaries are nice and early in the game. Like the boys spoke about in the lead up, the amount of rain that we had here in Brisbane during this week is going to play a little bit of a factor. The field looks in pretty good nick, to be fair, but it's going to be heavy underfoot. Here's Nicola back on the inside, loose ball back to Tanamu. Just those little things tonight with those tricky conditions, they're going to have to be spot on both these 2 teams. Yeah,
I think looking at the Rebels, obviously, like I said, I've coached this division this year, and looking at the Rebels, they like to go very man on, and I guess these conditions don't suit that entirely, but like you said, players like Sammy Jo, Lucia, Beck Maimai, they're experienced players. They know how to get themselves up for this.
Over the halfway line now as changes come onto the field for the Rebels. Thomas plays it. Tiani Bryce picks up, comes off that left foot. Ball out in front. Ooh, had a little bit of space out there on the right-hand side of the field as well. Caitlin Blade, nice early release there from Tiani.
It's crazy to look at this team. I mentioned 3 players, and then the other 3 come on with Ma Thomas, Tiani Bryce. You got Caitlin Blade over on the far wing as well. So just littered with talent.
A mistake there in the play the ball from the Storm. Nice and physical. The Rebels in the play the ball. Sees them get the footy back in good field possession. Now Tiani Bryce on the sweep and gets on the outside. They say touch made. Big touch on the line. Tiani getting a nice couple of early touches. Looking dangerous in the early stages of the grand final. As Maimai feeds it from half. Marama Thomas ball out in front. Nice defence in the end there from the Storm. They'll come off their line. Let's see how they go. These first couple of touches so hard. Again, Maimai, heavy contact, and they do get the penalty in the end. They're playing nice and physical at the moment, the Rebels.
Kind of might have got a head knock there. She's gone off, so let's see how they still get to their box. It's unconventional here, so let's see how Storm get to their box still. Some very strong touches out there.
Archer now puts it through the hands. Nice option for the Storm. Helps them get out of trouble as Neil comes back on the inside to Muir. Ball. Gleeson just had to take an extra couple of steps to get herself into half. They come back out to Emily Ward now. Plays it within that 7 metre line. Muir takes them on and a touch on the line. Donovan and Maimai. Now the Rebels will play it on their 7 metre line to get their set restarted. Nice hit back that set of 6 there from the Storm after having a bit of pressure down the other end to go coast to coast and now be able to put a little bit of pressure in defence.
And a little bit of using the footy. Not afraid in these conditions. Like we said, it's very wet. Lucia now.
Oh, just slinging it out there. Looked like it might have been Murphy out on the right-hand side. Might have been Waimarie out on the right link. Storm there on the first 2 touches. Newer shapes to go down that sideline. Archer kicks away. Here's Nicola. Tanamu makes him work in the middle. Clarkson comes up to make the touch. Here's Nicola. Looks to skip on the outside. Does get into the in-goal area. Switches back in. Just couldn't quite come across in support.
And Anika done a really good job there, taking Evie so far across field to give Charlie that massive short side. They've worked so well together this year, Anika and Charlie, and a big reason why that they've done so well. So look for them to have a big game, but we're 5 minutes in, and no one's really taken the front foot yet.
It's a tight tussle on the early stages of this Metro Cup Grand Final here in the Women's Premier. Bryce doesn't really have too many options on the inside there to Ashurst. Storm roll and restart their set at 6. Tanamu on the first. Tough first 2 carries here for the Storm. Now Gleeson again working hard to get over the halfway line.
Yeah, this is a really good set so far. Oh, nice Ash Carney, she's gone.
With space and gets on the outside and will score the opening try here in the grand final. Again, just a nice little bit of expansive play. Nice release, Carney into space. Storm score first.
I think they run almost a little lazy fly and then Ash pops out. And not many people catching her when she's in space. Exactly probably what Storm needed. With the young side, you want to get off the mark first, get a bit of confidence, but you know the experience of Rebels, they're going to keep fighting no matter the scoreline here. Straight back.
And we see this so often from the Rebels. They really don't seem to be phased when points get scored on them.
No.
And they've got the strike to, particularly from tap restarts, just to go down the other end and put the pressure straight back on. Here's Maimai, player slipping down, looks back on the inside. Storm doing a good job, though, to hold out after scoring points down the other end. It's going to be super important for them. Their defence has been fantastic throughout the competition this year. They've scored a lot of points. They've been averaging about 6 tries a game, but their defence is probably even more impressive. Just over 2 tries a game this season.
Yeah, I think they've been the benchmark of attacking play, and they've been the benchmark defensively. So M. Ward here has very smart play. Just make some meters, make Rebels work it out off their own line.
So Maimai will play it. Truck it forward on the first. Only able to pick up a couple of meters. Ooh, loose ball. Held on to, though. Now running into each other. A bit of a sloppy start to the set here from the Rebels. Now there's nobody at home. Players just making their way on. Fildes has to throw it. Last touch for them. Not a bad option to finish it off down the corner, but gee whiz, they had to work hard to get some meters in that set of 6.
Now Storm working it out. They've done a good job so far of using the footy, and Meg Muir with a great ball over top.
Now Russell with some space down the left-hand side. Gives him a chance to get those replacement players on. Momentum just starting to swing a little bit with the Storm here in terms of field position. As Tanamu points and directs traffic, gets it down. Carney on the right. Nicola takes him on, but Sammy Joe confident in defence.
Yeah.
Have too much to do to come up and shut that set down.
And Link's doing a very good job from Rebels popping up and stopping that strike dump. Just made Ash slow down a little bit from half, and that's kind of what you want. You need something to stop them, and this is a much better driving set from Rebels.
Here's Thomas, straightens them up, coming into the last touch. Tiani short.
Oh, numbers!
Oh, my.
Great touch.
He's just coming in on that outside in line. Hard to get that ball back around the corner. Now 3 referees tonight. Brett Freshwater on field at the moment. Zoe Jenrick and Zach Jenrick as well. And 3 Women's Premier Grand Final referees. As Carney sinks it out to the left-hand side of the field. Yeah, a bit of a sloppy roll ball.
He doesn't miss much, Zach. Any little bobble there, that's ball down. It's a great call.
Gives the Rebels a little bit of a leg up. They haven't had too many over the last few sets to be able to start their set around that halfway line. The way the Storm are playing at the moment, they'll take every advantage they can get.
And they got the group on. Tiani Bryce, Mar Thomas here.
Here is Bryce. Skips across field. Storm come up and make the touch on Beck My. Last of the set for them now. And nothing there. Qureshi comes up to make the touch. So Southern Storm leading 1-0 here in the Women's Premier Grand Final. Here's Neville, pushes the pass. Nice pressure from Tiani Bryce, just coming up out of the line.
Yeah. Again, Rebels with a very good start to this set.
Back in field. Donovan plays it. Now links up. His replacement plays coming off. Bryce and Donovan place. Sammy Joe's back on. They come down the short side. Back in field they come. Here's Sammy Joe plays it just shy of that 7-metre line. Now My throws a looping ball out to the corner. They're going to bring it back. Not
just
bad though.
Out of the hands.
Yeah, not bad from the Rebels. Doesn't come off for them, but they could see that there was something there.
And they'll take a lot of confidence out of that. I think that's the first real good opportunity they've had, and they're going to get another one here.
So it's been a few sets now that the Storm have pretty much turned the ball over in the exact same position. Down on that side of the field, just shy of the halfway line. You don't want to give this Rebels team too much cheap possession like that. It's only a matter of time before they're going to come up with points. Here's Clarkson. They're holding off her at the moment. Tanamu comes up to make the touch. Rebels hold. Now they play it. Lucia.
Ooh, great touch, Jenna Russell.
One to make in this set here for the Southern Storm. Sammy Joe happy to throw it away, but Neil, I'm going to give her clear space. He's lightning quick. First 2 touches, they come down the Rebel side of the field, the Storm. As now Tanamu plays it in the middle of the park. Russell gets him over the halfway line. Changes on for the Storm. Qureshi now. Fast feet. Back on the inside to Neville. Kana picks up, cleaned it as well. UQ. Now with Ashurst. Out to Tiani. Ooh, probably just a step behind. Tiani takes a bit of a shot. She pops back up to her feet now. You can see scenes of the crowd on the hill behind us. Great crowd out here for the Metro Cup Grand Finals. Been a big afternoon of footy already with the lower divisions.
And you'll have the Storm Div 1 girls and UQ girls on that hill cheering their teams on after they battled it out in the Div 1 Grand Final. With Storm just getting up.
Now Tiani looks to sweep. They go away from her looping
ball.
That's
a try.
Beautiful ball over the top.
And Kate Hammond and Caitlin Blade get us underway for the UQ Rebels.
It almost looked like it was the wrong option. It just had enough legs to get over the top.
She had a few, didn't she? She could have gone straight through, throw it over top, or give the sweeper. But That's why we're up here, Scotty.
Exactly.
She's made the right call there.
Yeah, it was great work from Hammond. She hasn't really had too many opportunities so far in the grand final. I haven't called her name that many times. She gets the ball perfectly and sets it up as Carney, the try scorer for the Storm, almost went over for her second. They're going to get a repeat set here from the penalty, the Storm. The score's locked at 1 apiece here in the Women's Premier Grand Final. Carney gives it back to Ward.
Oh, good
Smartly
hold.
holds it.
Oh,
Throws
she's
the
done it.
dummy and cuts in herself. Emily Ward. What an individual try that was in a grand final.
That was unreal. Emily Ward just gets it back, sees the strike coming, throws the dummy. But the left foot here.
Oh,
Wow.
what a try.
If that doesn't give you confidence, I don't know what will.
What a hit back it was for them. 5.5 to go here in the first half. And the Rebels. Ashurst, ball out in front.
Oh,
They're going to hit them
nice.
straight back.
And it's what the good teams do. We've always said it. You score one, I'll score straight back. And they've gone to this play a couple of times, UQ. Just a little fake ML. And Demi Asher sums it up nicely. But a great line from Caitlin Blade as well.
Back at twos. Just feels like the teams are starting to open up a little bit now. Just that real grinding, grand final traditional kind of football, tight at the start. A little bit more free-flowing footy now. Now diving into Kohler. That is very close.
I think Kate Hammond might have made that one from the link. That's a great touch. Hopefully we're okay here.
Yeah, a little bit of concern here for Nicola, who's one of their absolute weapon players for the Storm. Looks a little ginger. Good signs that she's up to her feet. Hopefully might just be a little bit winded.
If I know her, she'll be back out on this field. Not too long, not too far away.
Yeah, just holding the back at the moment. Might have got some accidental knees. And hopefully she can get back out on the field because she's a pivotal part of this Southern Storm team. Now Tanamu Muir buries the head and tries to get in underneath.
Again, Kate Hammond from the link with a really good touch. Oh, and Meg's down.
She's trying to get the mud off her shirt. There
Oh, she's wiped it on Zoe.
Yes, yeah.
Now Zoe's getting it off her.
We can't have those bright pink referee uniforms covered in mud.
You got to penalise her for that, surely.
Very, very generous from Jenrick, but there's been a no touch, so smart play here from the Storm. It probably wasn't a bad. You were still trying to get that mud off, but it probably wasn't a bad idea. And you can probably see just on the other side of the referee where the UQ Rebels defending that muddy patch at the moment.
Yeah.
Defenders can probably get their studs stuck in that, and Muir tried to go straight in for it. She's at.
Caitlin Blade all over that.
Here's Donovan. All players caught in the roll ball there for the Storm. And Tiani picks up. Glides, nice ball back on the inside. They're in all sorts of trouble here, the Storm. Bryce just needs some support. And they'll come back in field. Late penalty. Here's good lead-up work there from the Rebels. They were in all sorts of trouble. The Storm, they did pretty well in the end to recover.
What Evie Clarkson just did with that roll ball is very hard to do. On the run, wet footy. And she goes real quickly and gives them that penalty.
So still a swagger touches to come in this set. And just over a minute and a half. Tiani, beautiful short ball to Mara Thomas. Geez, that's good footy from Tiani Bryce. Straighten them up. Great whole run there from Mara Thomas. Sees the Rebels go in front for the first time in the grand final.
I'd say probably for the season. I don't think anyone's had Storm behind, so it'll be good to see how Storm reply here.
Geez, that's pretty to watch.
Their big players are stepping up.
And she is the try scorer, Mara Thomas, Australian rep as well. Played the World Cup this year. Can the Storm hit back? Carney shapes to come back on the inside, throws the dummy. There's players down on the deck here. The referees are going to say ball down. One of the Storm players dropping down to the ground to try and take that pass. There wasn't any contact made there. McCartney, how did she slip through that? Looked like they were done for all money.
Oh, Lucia.
With some space.
Great touch,
Oh,
Lily Neal.
Takes it on the boot. 30 seconds to go. That's a massive touch right before half time.
I don't know if anyone's capturing Lucia from there.
Now the Rebels from a flat start with work to do. 20 seconds. Donovan puts it through the hands. Murphy looking. She's isolated here. Mai comes onto the field. Can't get away from Emily Ward. And this might snuff out the set here from the Rebels. And a nice work. Wow, really comes down to that big touch out in the corner from Lily Neal. That set could have looked completely different. Halftime Hooters sounds in the background. Only the one try separating the two teams. The Rebels in front 3-2. Wow, what a first 20 minutes. Didn't expect anything less from these two teams.
No, like I said, the big players stepping up from both teams. Ash Carney having a really good half. Tiani Bryce, Mar Thomas. Excellent first half. I can't wait for the second one.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break and be back with the second 20 minutes here in the Women's Premier Grand Final. Halftime score, UQ Rebels 3, the Southern Storm 2.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it, so it stays looking smart. Tiff Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.
Welcome back. We're at halftime here in the Women's Premier Grand Final of the 2024 Metro Cup season. The Rebels in front 3-2 at the halftime break. What a quality first 20 minutes it was from both these two teams. Really ebbing, flowing, wasn't it, Darty? Storm started off great, but Rebels did a great job to come back and to go into the halftime break with the lead.
Yeah, they did. Storm obviously got that first one, but like we spoke about, Rebels are clinical for years and years, and they're never going to die in a grand final. They're coming to win. What's that, four straight if they can get this one done?
Yeah, remarkable.
Incredible in a Premier grade, but don't count Storm out. We've seen the season they've had. Obviously, defensively they've been awesome. Attacking, they've got weapons everywhere. So this makes for a really good second half.
What do you think the key messages are over in the Storm box again? Just those things in the back of the mind. They've lost the last two grand finals against the Rebels. They're probably in a better position right now than what they have been in those last two grand finals. The season they've had so far, like you said, this is probably the first time that they've felt pressure like this in a big game as well. What do you think the key messages are on the other side of the field at the moment?
I think you got to wipe the first half. It's got to be out of your head. You're playing a new half of footy, but I would say they need to clean up that rucking. Obviously, they shifted the ball pretty early and had real success with that, and then had probably, 5 to 7 minutes where they left the ball before halfway every time. So in a grand final, you can't do that. You get down the other end, you leave it in corners and make it tough for Rebels. So that's what I'd be fixing up straight away.
Well, this is going to be huge in the second 20 minutes. There they are, the defending champs. Beck My firing them up as the Rebels head back on field. Our grand final to follow. What a game this is going to be as well. You'll see the UQ Rebels again taking on Redlands.
Yeah.
A little bit of a sore point for old
sore
Duddy here,
spot.
playing for the Country Club Colts. Redlands beat the Colts in the semi-finals from 4th position. What's your predictions there?
Do you know what? Last time they came from 4th, 2017, they beat Colts in the final.
There you go.
So they can do it from 4th. They've shown it before. They got players everywhere. Corey Russell, you're led by Dave Richards. Adam Russell, good to see him back too. So, but UQ Rebels have been in and around grand finals non-stop. So, I don't know if I could pick that one.
No, we'll stay on the fence.
I don't know if I want to pick that one.
No, that's right, yeah. What a season it was up until that point from the Colts. They went into that match undefeated. Those ones hurt more.
Yep.
I think that every player's kind of been there where you've had that dream run season, then all of a sudden you're out the back door straight away. We're feeling your pain, Duddy.
Is it the tactic you should just lose one?
I don't know. I always think that,
Yeah, I
right?
don't
Is
know.
it better to lose one on the lead-in? Who knows?
Hopefully it means we won the comp last year, had a poor state cup. So hopefully we're leading into state cup.
We'll see how it comes. State Cup next week as well. Geez, we've got a plethora of touch footy coming up on your screens now.
That's dry.
Duddy's called it straight away. Perfect start here in the second half from the Storm. She's had her hands in everything there in the first half. Meg Muir starts the second half in perfect fashion.
That is excellent, Meg Muir. This dump right on the 7, or right on the 5, and Sammy Joe just 1 foot on the line. Meg straight dive. She is dangerous around that 7, so that's an excellent start from Storm. That's exactly what you want.
Back locked up, 3 tries apiece. Now the Rebels. First touch of the footy here in the second half. Hammond set up one of the tries in the first 20 minutes for the Rebels. Now they come out to Lucia. They got the numbers.
There you go.
And Muir took a little bit of a tumble in defence.
She did. I think Lucia was getting through that anyway. She's super quick. And like we said, the good teams, they just hit straight back.
Take a look at the replay. You can see Meg, probably didn't actually take a tumble, just caught a little bit too far infield.
Really good line from Demi Ashurst as well. She picks up, looks like she's scooping and just holds Meg up just a tad. And you can't give that much space to Lucia.
So as the Storm strike first, Rebels hit them straight back and reclaim the lead.
Oh, short ball.
Beautiful short ball. Oh, wow, that's a huge touch from Britt Donovan.
That's a great line, great ball, but great touch, Britt Donovan. I think that was going out the back for all money.
Here's Nicola. Charlie having a look up, takes some on herself. The middle defence holds strong there in Donovan and Maimai. A couple of experienced players in the middle and there for the Rebels. Now it's UQ.
Going through the middle. Oh, great drive back.
6 players stay on the field here for the Rebels as well. Players retrieving in an offside position.
Unfortunate for Anika there, but coming back through the ruck. And a fresh set for UQ Rebels. They get their subs on. Tiani looks like she's staying.
Yeah, so that's a little advantage. It's a little bit risky when you keep that set of 6 players out on the field. You get a penalty there. You get the fresh players back on. And now they're back onto the attack. Tiani sweeps short side, very dangerous in this position.
Oh,
Have they managed to get down that sideline?
They've called that gone.
Wow. Not much room to work with.
Is Tiani not just stepping up in this grand final? She's been involved in the last, 2 or 3. Great ball.
Yeah, protest there from Lily Neal, saying they went over the sideline.
Wow.
Too good.
Now this is the task for Storm. It's when you're down 2. Do you have any demons from last year or the last few years, but not Ash Carney?
Oh, Millie Neville has dropped it over the line. Ooh, just as you say that, it looked like they didn't have any demons, but do they now?
I'm very sorry if that was me.
Wow. Hopefully that doesn't come back to hurt them big time, the Storm. Slippery conditions, like we said, easy to do.
Yeah.
Big moment, grand final. But did that one just slip through their hands? The Storm, they come up with the error here, the Rebels, though. Give them the footy back. At least starting their set of 6 here in good position. Here is Neville.
There you go.
Good response from her. Gets it down nice and safely that time. She'll go and take a breather. Nice work there from Millie. Oh, now loose ball here from the Storm. Gives the footy straight back to the Rebels. They almost need to be perfect in the second half, don't they? It's only 2 tries, but in a grand final, tricky conditions out there.
I don't want to jinx Rebels, but I can't actually remember the last time they made an error through their rucking. And that's what you need. Yep. Okay.
Just take a breather for a couple of minutes. I'll take it.
I'm going to put myself in the bin.
We've evened
Storm
it
fans
out
are
now.
loving it.
Yeah, I think we've evened it out now. You put the mock on Millie Neville. Now we've got one for the Rebels. We'll start again. We'll start afresh. We'll let the players do the work and sort this grand final out. And here is Ward. What a try she scored in the first half.
And here come Charlie and Anika.
What a combination they have.
Going to work with the sister Chloe.
Chloe does feed it from half. Oh, he probably just got the lines a little bit wrong there. Walking straight into a UQ Wolves defence.
And they've combined quite a few times this season. They obviously should have that combination, but at this level, creating that combination even better. So it's good to see.
Crossfield they come, the Rebels. My plays it right on the halfway line. Sammy Joe comes onto the field. Lucia picks up, links up. Noah's off the chest there of Kate Hammond. Not a bad option to come back down the right-hand side of the field.
Noticing that Felicity Archer has the link, pushing over into the middle to make that strike dump.
Now popping up out of the line. A little bit too early. I might have made a play on the footy. I think might have been the call there from Zoe. So a tap restart on the halfway line here for the Southern Storm. Here's Neville.
Oh, sweeping. Rebels do a really good job to roll. They've still got it. Ash Carney.
Early release, kind of footwork. Pops back off that right
If they did
foot.
that again, they've done that a few times. We saw Emily Ward do it in the first half.
Here's Kureishi looking at options. Dangerous in this position on the field. They're holding the Rebels. They continue to play on at the moment. Ball out in front, cutting back on the inside. Nice work from Murphy. They come across and make the touch. Put pressure on Vandermeer. She comes up and makes the touch there for the Storm. Now replacement players having to come around behind the 10-metre line. This is an opportunity for the Southern Storm to get up and put pressure on. And they force a mistake. Nice work there from the Southern Storm. Still bucket loads of time to play here in the grand final. They'll want to be the next team to score, though.
I'd like to see Ash Carney stay here. She's obviously one of the most dangerous people on the field, and she's going to sub. Hopefully they look to Meg Muir.
Here is Muir with the ball, swings it out. Rousel on the back foot. Nice recovery from My. Rousel will play it. Back in field they come. Muir and Ward linking up in the middle. Strong contact. Earns the Southern Storm a penalty and another full set of 6 to work with. They pop out again. They've got him. Ward takes them on. Oh, My just makes it. I think they got away from Marama Thomas on the line. My had to come back in the middle.
2 massive touches from My.
Now, back down the left-hand side of the field. Chloe Nicola feeds it to Vandermeer. They run out of space. Still touches to work with here for the Storm. Good hands from Muir down low. Coming into the last. Ward switches in. Nice work from Muir. And good defence there from the Rebels.
Oh, last touch. They wanted a little second phase, but ran out of touches there, Storm. The positive here, we've still got 11 minutes of touch. There's so many tries that can happen, so hopefully there's not too much stress over in the Storm box.
It's similar-ish to the first half, isn't it, where we saw a couple of tries and then there was just a big period where it was just back and forth footy from both teams.
Yeah.
Then we saw another flurry of tries late. Do we get the same here in the second half? Fields now plays it. Clarkson picks up. Oh, it's taken a little deflection there for the Colin. They're going to get the penalty anyway. Feels like it's been a while since the Rebels have been down this end of the field. They've got the 2-try advantage at the moment. 3 tries really starts to put some pressure on the Southern Storm. Big set of 6 here for both teams is burrowing in nice and early. I think the referees are happy with this. They are.
Waimarie Takarai with a little punish play and gets down nice and low. I think Meg may be offside. No, Meg's called no touch, so good honesty there. This will be a great angle of the dive.
And smart footy in these kind of conditions as well. That's textbook, isn't it?
Oh, and we've got an error.
Now the Storm from the tap restart. They still need to remain calm here, the Southern Storm.
We've got Lucia out on the far wing. She's coming in now. I was going to say maybe a little trick play coming.
And she's hovering around. They come towards her now. Penalty, though, to the UQ Rebels. The Storm camped down there. Try line yet again. Lucia plays it. Looks down the short side. Almost skipping around on the outside. Another penalty given away here from the Southern Storm.
This is a really big set from Storm. Probably don't want to give another penalty, but you definitely don't want to give another try. To go down 4 with 9 to play.
Here's Ashurst. Sammy Joe feeds it flat from half. Beautiful line coming from outside in. And they've scored again here, the Rebels. And they are taking this grand final away from the Southern Storm.
Excellent line from Kate Hammond. And summed up nicely from Demi Ashurst. Just a late little ball. And they are stamping their authority in this match.
This will show it nicely as well. Great outside in line. Well, what a second half performance. Storm on the ropes at the moment. Carney, she's got to be the one to get them back into this game. She gets into the in goal, looks for support, does find it. Now there was contact made, but did the contact happen before the Southern Storm had the ball in hand? You can see the referees coming together here. Freshwater and Jenrick, they're going to come back and say touch. Nice work from the referees just to come forward, get that decision right. They took their time. They're happy that the contact was made. That was a real big moment there for the Southern Storm. Carney opening them up again.
And Caitlin Blades come up trumps a bunch of times on that wing with some really big touches. We've seen it in the first half. And that's another big moment there.
What a game she's had. 3 tries to her name, but her defensive efforts as well. Oof, that's what you want from your wingers in a big grand final. Nice ball there from Carney with some space. And the right-hand side helps them to get down out of their end of the field.
Probably want one here, Storm. You got Emily Ward, Meg Muir. But Laura Gleason out of half.
Nice drive in there from Ward. Muir can't hit a target out the back. Loose pass. Rebels and Redlands to follow. Men's Premier Grand Final coming up.
I wonder if I've got any messages on the phone from Rebels fans after I tipped Storm in this one so far.
Hey, don't forget, do they, the fans?
6 minutes left.
Anything can happen.
Great defence.
Nice work there from Muir, making the touch on Hammond. Meg takes the tough carry there on the first. Another touch of the footy here for Meg. They're holding off her, picks up a good chunk of meterage as well. Archer skipping on the back foot and gets a little bit of a shot there from Demi Ashurst. Repeat set to work with. Solid contact there, just shy of the 7 metre line. Slowed things up as the Storm forced to retrieve. Nothing doing yet in the first couple of touches. They've got to be conscious of the clock here, the Southern Storm as well. They go on the sweep, they look short.
Down.
And they're going to point to the spot.
Offside.
Well, they needed that. We made mention of Ash Carney before. She almost opened them up coming in from half. This time, ball in hand on the sweep. Gets the job done for the Storm.
Sweeps around. Britt, one step off the line, and so is Kay. That's a great try and exactly what they needed. I can't let her get away with this. I don't know if we'll see it on the replay. Charlie goes for the high five, and Ash tries to give her the ball. So it's a high five there, Ash.
Now the Rebels, they'll just look to control from here. Still 5 minutes to go. Storm down by 3. It's going to take something pretty special. Has to start with this defensive set. Rebels can't score anymore in this grand final. That's the clear
touch.
One for them if the Storm are any chance. Marama Thomas now goes through that muddy patch as well. She'll take her time coming back. She's all smiles though.
Probably got that same mud she's trying to get off that Meg did in the first half.
Yeah,
oh, great little switch.
Oh.
Good touch.
Mara ends up throwing the dummy and holding it. Looked like the cover defence was coming across if she did offload the footy there.
Good first drive from Chloe Nicola. Exactly what they need.
Now
Even
Rousel.
better, Rousel.
Yeah, follow suit. They've got to continue this flow, this set of 6, and get down the other end of the field. They've got replacement players a little bit flat at the moment. Now Gleeson straightens them up. They'll have one more touch here.
They're going back
with
to
Neville.
Gleeson.
Short ball to Kana. Nice little wraparound play. Gleeson takes it to the line and they slide across and make the touch there.
They've tried that the last few sets. The little rooster early release out of the box. And Rebels doing a really nice job just sliding in their D. Each time probably Beck Maimai. She's excellent at that. Come up with some really good touches.
Nice offload from
Great
Curtis.
drive.
Ashurst, beautiful. Play the ball clean, and they come back to it now.
Oh, Falcon.
Lucia just slaps it across. Poor old Charlotte Vandermeer had no idea what hit her. Off the melon.
She's eaten it pretty well too. She just said, roll the ball over there. We got to keep playing.
Yeah, let's go. We got just over 3 minutes to go in this grand final. It looks like another one
Good
might
ball.
be getting away from the Storm.
Need a try in this set if you're Storm. Don't slow down here.
Here's Rousel. Muir.
Little fly.
Wood comes around. Carney's back on the field. Last
to
touch.
Carney.
Carney has a look at her options. Nothing there for her. Solid defence. Sammy Joe, her Australian teammate, comes up and makes the touch on Ash Carney. Good metres in the middle there from Hammond. Cops the shot and gets the penalty as well. 2.5 to go.
It's been spoken about so much, the inconsistency that Rebels had this year, but you just knew that this team full of these stars are going to show up on grand final day, and they've done what they need to do. I think 2 minutes to go. It's a tough ask here from Storm, but 7 tries, only 4 in.
Well, they definitely sent warning shots out to all the remaining teams. Their back end of the season.
Yeah.
4 wins on the trot.
I think they
coming
beat us
in.
by 8. So
Yeah, 4 wins on the trot coming in to the grand final. The Storm absolutely knew they would be up against it tonight. And a champion team, you just can't keep them down. And look to go back on
6
the
to go.
inside.
they're going to call it forward?
Yeah, thought it did come off the hands of Beck there.
Nope.
Everyone's pretty happy with the call. Now working hard for their metres. Nice work. Murphy plays it on the 10-metre line. Thomas works him towards halfway. Sammy Joe on the last touch of the set.
Numbers here.
Clarkson picks up. Nice switch. Great hands from Files. Slings it back in field. They won't be too disappointed. Just over 60 seconds to go. Some feat for the Rebels. 4 Metro Cup Grand Finals in a row.
Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. I don't know the last time that would have been done. And as you said, like, you look at their captain, Sammy Jo, she's not an old player. They got young stars coming through as well. They're not going anywhere in this competition. And
there's a Storm. Might be their last possession of the season. Carney, nice footwork, just takes him on herself. Great touch, Sammy Jo gets her again. What a battle between the two Aussie teammates. And while we mentioned of the 4 in a row as well, I had a look back at some of the results. As far as I could go back to about 2017, the Rebels have been in pretty much every grand final since then.
Yeah.
They've not only won 4 in a row, but they've won 6. This will be 7 out of the last 8 grand finals.
Impressive.
That's amazing.
Well, I think it was Colts and Rebels for years and years. And
It was.
yeah, it's so impressive. But I think the Storm girls, obviously, they're going to have to keep their heads high. They're a super young team. And I think what they've shown this season is incredible. This one's going to hurt a little bit, but you can't take anything away from Rebels after that performance.
4 of the best for the UK Rebels. 4 grand final wins on the trot. And commiserations to the Southern Storm. Really took it to them in the first half. They were well and truly in the game. The second half performance from the Rebels, just too much class in the end. Season pick up another title.
And I think little shout out Ash Carney. Obviously,
Amazing
she's
game.
probably she was a standout for Storm, and I think she put them on their back and obviously gave them the opportunity to even be in with a shot with this game. So excellent game from Ash.
And you can see 2 tries to her name as well. Caitlin Blade, what a game she had. 3 tries and some massive defensive efforts as well. Tiani Bryce was fantastic. All the big guns that we said and made mention of in the lead up for the Rebels stood up tonight when it mattered most. They take the grand final victory. Another one over the Southern Storm. Last 3 grand finals in a row. Final score 7-4. Another amazing performance from the Rebels. We're going to see the men's Rebels side coming up next. Men's Premier Grand Final. Rebels taking on Redlands, the miracle team.
Yeah.
Can they make it from 4th position? Only 2 wins in the regular season. They had 2 wins. They win the semi-final. They make their way through to the Grand Final. Stay with us. Men's Premier Grand Final coming up.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it, so it stays looking smart. Tip Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.
Well, it's time. Final match of the 2024 season, and we take a look at the UQ Rebels men's premier lineup for tonight. Their co-captains, James Courtney and James Shart, leading a formidable lineup tonight. Some young superstar players in their lineup and a couple of very experienced coaches as well.
Yeah, massive. I think, first off, I want to say, where'd they get that picture of Jake Notley? Yeah, really, really good. Blaze Prendergast is obviously a big in for the Rebels this year. The youngsters stepping up, Jackson Streeter, Riley Madden. But, you know, you can't go past Jake Notley, Liam Bauer, James Hegedus. They're the ones for me.
Take a look at the Redlands lineup for tonight as well. Plenty of experience as well. Players that have been in big matches over the years. You can look at Brad Russell, Corey Russell. Nathan Beaton just keeps getting better and better as a player. Their captain, Dave Richards, former Australian youth player, Marcus Home. All these players have played a lot of big matches in touch footy. They're not going to be worried about the season that they've had so far. They're just going to worry about sniping out the UQ Rebels here tonight and causing the upset in this grand final.
I think if there's any team that can do it from fourth, they're the team. They've done it before. They'll have confidence from that. But Corey Russell, big-time player, but we'll pause here for the anthem.
Thank you. Players and referees, you have 5 minutes before the start of games. 5 minutes before the start of games.
Here we go.
Yeah, so both teams will get the opportunity to have a warm-up, and it's going to be a good opportunity for us to just dissect the season of these two teams as well. Let's start with the Rebels. No doubt they're coming into this one heavily favoured. The way they played their season as well. Finished second after the regular season. 5 wins, a draw and 2 losses. They had a semi-final victory of 11-7 over the Gold Coast, but it's the way they finished their season. Similar to their women's side as well. 4 wins and a draw in their last 5 games, including a draw against the undefeated Colts at that point in time. Sorry to bring that up again, Darty.
That's all right.
But the end of the season, so important in the Metro Cup season, isn't it? And they definitely, like we said, coming into this one, the favourite of the two teams.
The Rebels men's, they've always done that. They've always started a little bit slower, and they start to peak at the right time. And I guess comps aren't one. They're obviously set up, but they're not one in round 1 or 2. So UQ Rebels have always done that. They've been excellent. They've got great experienced players. Like I said, Andrew Searle, Liam Bauer, James Hegedus, Jake Notley. Big ins of Blaze Prendergast. They got strike players everywhere, and they got experience everywhere. So they're going to be a tough matchup for Redlands.
Last year's runners-up as well, Colts, getting the victory in the 2023 Grand Final. They've got a bit of a tradition or a bit of a history, the Rebels, about losing Grand Finals and winning them the next year. Everything's stacking up for them to achieve that again this year. Let's take a look at tonight's key player matchup, and he couldn't have picked any two better players to be the key players tonight. Both Australian representatives, Jake Notley and Corey Russell.
Yeah, like I said, I've already spoke highly enough of Jake Notley. He's done what he's done the last few years for a reason. He's a great player. Obviously, Metro Cup winner 2020, 2022, debuted for Aussie Men's last year and hasn't looked out of place at all. And obviously, anyone that's played or watched Jake Notley knows that you better stay on his outside because he will burn you.
Corey Russell, on the other hand, missed a lot of footy at the start of the season for the Redlands team. It's no coincidence that he comes back into the lineup, has an influential hand in the semi-final last week, gets this team into a grand final tonight.
If there is any player that plays their best game in a grand final, it's Corey Russell, and you'll see that out here. This guy just goes he just punches it all the way in. So I'm excited to see Corey Russell back at his best in a grand final, and that's when he does his best work. So this is shaping up to be an absolute battle.
Yeah, now we mentioned Redlands. They finished 4th after the regular season. Just the 2 wins during the regular season. They came in round 1. That team that they beat in round 1 was the UQ Rebels.
Yep.
They got the victory there 8-4. Missing a couple of players on that occasion, though, the Rebels. And their second victory was in the last round of the regular season against the Southern Storm.
Yep.
They go into a knockout sudden death final against the Colts. They get the victory. They get themselves into the grand final. Like the stat that you mentioned earlier as well, they've been in this exact same position before, and they won that grand final.
And I reckon 70% of these players would have been in that team. You still had Corey Russell, you had Adam, you had Brad, you had the homeboys, you had Beaton. Dave Richards, they've all been there. They've been in this position, and they are coming to win this grand final. They got nothing to lose, and they'll come out fast. They'll come out physical.
Bit of a history of these two teams playing each other in grand finals as well. Back in the Redlands Crushers days, it was going back to 2019. They played each other. Redlands got the victory that year. They played each other in the very next year in 2020. Rebels hit them back and got it 8-7. What is this game going to give us tonight? Rebels will have the opening tap-off.
They start with James Courtney, Flynn Kelso, Tom Eddy, James Hegedus, James Sharp, and which Bell boy is that?
Kalen
Bell. Sorry, Kalen. And then you've got Redlands with Marcus Home on the wing, Nick Home in the link, Brad Russell. Who's the middle there?
It looks like Nick Home, Nathan Beaton. That's a strong lineup here in defence for Redlands. Rebels get us underway.
There we go. Strong physical
contact, and they win the first little battle of the game here. Redlands, they get the footy straight back.
You can tell they're up for this. They win the footy, but every single person in the box and on the field just scream. They're very up for this. If they can get a try this first set.
Here's
great
Adam
ball.
Russell. Juggled from Price.
Great touch, Kalen.
Back. Well, it was just that juggle.
Yeah.
Price takes that cleanly. Redlands scored the first try here in the GF. What a pill here from Adam Russell.
James Price is the other one to mention. Obviously, I've left him out a bit, but Australian mixed player for the last 2 years, and he's really stamped his authority in this competition.
God, that was a good ball out of the hands from Adam Russell.
Welcome
Missed
back.
a lot of footy, ruptured Achilles, made his way back into the Redlands team back end of the season. Hasn't missed a beat there with that opening touch of the footy, as we see the Rebels slipping and sliding down at the moment. They come back infield, played on the 7. Searle loops the ball, does find Courtney. Nice work from Marcus Home to make the touch, and you can probably hear it through the effects how vocal the teams are. It's another level here in this big match tonight.
Got it.
Now the Rebels force a mistake from Redlands coming out of their own end within their own 7-metre line.
If you're UQ, you want to weather this storm very early. If you give Redlands any sort of sniff. Oh, drop ball.
Oh, they're going to get the penalty. Jordan Rendell pointing the way of the UQ Rebels.
So we just called Nick Home for striking the link and never made the line.
3 grand final referees tonight. Jordan Randall on field. Campbell Muir on our sideline of the field now as Bauer tries to get in underneath. Matt Lavery over the far sideline. Rebels 6 touches to work with. How they play it. They go away from Bauer this time. Searle. Nice early release out to Sharp. Great slide defence. They come across there. Ben Thompson makes the touch on James Sharp, one of the co-captains of the UQ Rebels tonight in the grand final. Now they go short side. Searle can't take the ball. Back on the inside flick from Walker. Redlands will be looking for a clean set of 6 this time around. Here's Adam Russell trucking it down their sideline. Hardwick
Here comes Corey.
Ooh, and they get the penalty. Questioning the call there, the Rebels. Let's go in favour here of Redlands. Here's Corey, got
Oh,
him beat.
he's
They're
got him.
slipping and sliding. Nice little
Great
short
touch,
ball.
James Courtney.
Two number ones, a little push and shove as well. A couple of
Teammates
Australian
coming together.
teammates and Queensland teammates as well.
Like I said, in a grand final, Corey Russell shows up, and that can be physical, and he doesn't care if you're his teammate. If you're not wearing his jersey on the night, he'll come at you.
Trust Corey Russell to go against one of the nicest people in touch football to try and rattle their cages tonight. Short ball. Redlands come back with Beaton. Last touch. Here's Corey. Crossfield. Holds the footy in the end. It's a little shot in the back. He won't be worried about that. Gives them the footy back nice and politely.
What's this touch going to look like, though?
Here he comes. He's hovering around. They go away from him here in Walker. Straight up. Changes. Bell. Nice punch out of the box. Here's Madden. Shy of the 10-metre line.
Prendergast.
Prendergast picks up.
Great touch.
Beautiful touch there, Campbell Rolfe. Responding nicely in defence. That was danger signs. You do not want to see Blaze Prendergast with clear air in front of him. Here's Nick Home. Coming into the last touch now for Redlands. Little show and go. It does come off bodies there. Looks like it will come back for a repeat set. Here to Redlands. Russell, that's Bradley in the number 3. Will receive it back, comes off the right foot. Short ball, great hands.
Great touch. Kalen Bell again. That's 2 massive touches that he's made in this game already. Look to see James Price on this sweep.
End up holding it. That's Connor Rolfe. Ooh, momentarily, there's players offside, and Russell, he takes full advantage and lets him know about it. Redlands strike first here in the men's grand final.
Bradley Russell. Little punish play. Gets Blaze Prendergast offside. As you can see, never makes the line. They dump it right on the 7. And Riley Madden just missing that touch. But like you said, gives it to him. That's what Redlands are about. They'll get in your face and they'll tell you what they want to say.
Penalty here to the Rebels. Notley plays it. Hegedus. Nice touch from Dave Richards, the skipper. Touches to work with Walker. Plays it, gets good contact there. Just a little bit too much from home. Coming in from the side. Another set of 6. Eddie.
Delayed punish. James Hegedus.
Diving in at the line. And Foxcroft out there on the left-hand side of the field.
I think he had Dave Richards offside.
Back in field they come. Notley hops, skips, and gets it down. As Walker will now play it inside that 7. Hegedus on the sweep off the right foot. Now that was sharp there from Jimmy Hegedus. Watch the way he finishes after snapping back off that right foot.
It's almost a step and dive in the same motion.
Oh.
Wow. That is very tough to defend for Adam Russell there. This will look great. Great dump from Jackson Walker.
Just bends the back as well, gets down nice and low. Rebels lock us up. Redlands looking to hit back. They come back out. Streeter makes the touch on Corey Russell. Hardwick sends it back in field. Rolfe will play it. They're outside the 7-metre line at the moment. Russell sends a beautiful ball out to the right-hand side corner. Redlands hit back. Their second try of the game. Griffith scores in the corner off a peach from Corey Russell.
Picks up. Goes right into the line, and that's a great ball. Great line, Charlie Griffiths. Redlands 2-1.
We didn't expect anything less from the men in green and red. Throwing plenty of questions at the UQ Rebels early. Rebels received the penalty, not moving forward. Repeat set here for UQ. Madden will play it. Prendergast, they're on the back foot. Yeah, looked good.
There we go.
Jordan Dart called it early. And Prendergast just looked like they got caught in those boggy conditions on the line there, Redlands.
Again, right on the 7. Middle cannot get out of the touch. Blazer's almost in line with him when he receives the ball. And that's a great dive. Once again, we hit back.
Locked up at 2s. Try to score a Blaze Prendergast. Adam Russell plays it. Open side.
Nice from James Sharp.
Huge touch. The crowd gets behind him as well. Now the Quincy Grain having to flick it through the legs there. Try and create a little something out of nothing. Nathan Beaton.
If I'm putting a technical hat on, if I look at the 2 7s, the one that Rebels are attacking at the moment, down the other end obviously, is probably the more chopped up. So I wonder if they have to take a bit of advantage into this first half.
Oh, Beaton comes up. Strong contact. Lavery says play on. It's always one of those tricky ones when the players are coming and angling across towards their box. They're naturally going to, just even the slightest shot can put them off their feet.
Yeah.
The back call there from Lavery.
Oh, good switch.
Searle.
Oh, he's got
it behind the line. It's Jackson Walker.
What a ball. Andrew Searle. One of the best ball players in this competition, and he just picks the right person here.
That is such a skill to be able to play behind a defensive line like that.
Look at him pump a couple of times.
Oh.
Wow.
They had no idea about that one, Redlands. And the Rebels in front, 3-2. There's now Hardwick. Home picks it up, throws a couple of dummies, looks for support, links it out the back, and a great touch.
Kelso.
Oh, good footy from both teams there.
The threat of Corey Russell on the sweeper. Obviously, Nick Home just slices straight through.
And now Russell receives it back. Oh, what a ball back on the inside. That is unbelievable.
Oh, my gosh.
Campbell Rolfe.
That is incredible.
Just sit back and drink it in. Oh, my goodness.
If you're Riley Madden, you don't even need to be over there. That's not a try any day of the week, but Redlands just pull that out. Oh, my gosh.
It was just absolute class. It looked like he had him on the short side as well. Yeah. Great early ball. Have the presence of mind to flick it back on the inside.
But that is such a hard flick pass too. Like, how does that just hit the money exactly where he wants it? That's a big play in a grand final.
And just no fear. Like you said, it's a grand final.
Yeah.
Right, low percentage play. Sling it back on the inside. And the Redlands come up with an absolute pearler to lock the scores back up. The Rebels go down the other end. Didn't have too many options. Just give the footy back here. And to the Muddies as they're rolling downfield nicely until they get one extra player out on the field. Got to get those little moments right in a big grand final. Marches the Rebels to the halfway line. And they give a penalty away. And there's hands up in the air here for Redlands. They don't want to get too frustrated too early. No. There's still too much time left in the first half, let alone a whole nother half of footy.
Yeah.
And they're right in their necks in this game at the moment.
This is exactly where you want to be if you're Redlands. You don't come from fourth for no reason, and they're throwing everything they have at Rebels, and if they give them a sniff, they'll hang around for a very long time.
Now Home, he's in all sorts of trouble there, and Walker makes him pay. Rebels back in front.
Very good, Jackson Walker. Almost a carbon copy to James Hegedus's dive before, just a little punish, steps, props, straight through.
Just looked like he overcommitted on the touch there, Home, didn't he?
Yeah.
Look at his all arms and legs, bodies in there. He need to be popping out of that area in the 7-metre zone.
And Andrew Searle, really good job holding up Adam Russell. Oh,
they're going to come back.
and
Randall's
pass.
going to come back for the touch and pass. Now there's Redlands players out of position here as Prendergast quick taps and goes. Russell claiming the ball was down before he made contact. They continue to play on at the moment. They're on the back foot here, Redlands. As changes make their way onto the park for the Rebels. Oh, Hegedus just lost his feet. Almost got in the outside of Nathan Beaton. Bauer plays it now, coming into the last. Nice ball,
great ball.
Punching through the hole, Eddie. They haven't made the touch.
James Hegedus. Once again, like I said, I think these conditions suit that kind of player. And he comes up trumps. Great little left to right. Tom Eddy, great hold too. There we go. Largest margin of the game so far.
Rebels in front by 2. Tom Eddy, the try scorer. Like I said, it was a great line. Now Richards coming back. They're full of running again here. Price comes off the left foot. Nice touch in the middle. Streeter in defence. He's had plenty of work come his way so far here in the first half. He's answered the call every single time. The
And had to make that too.
Now 2 of them come up, but they just held up enough. Flick ball. Ooh, it was almost there. It's taken a deflection. And probably lucky they got a little bit of a piece of that there, the Rebels. And almost opened up for them on the back end. Here's Connor Rolfe. Working with Russell in the middle.
Oh, I don't know if that... Yeah, he
Bradley
slipped.
lost his feet.
Probably worked out in the end. I don't know if that was quite square, but... Oh,
Penalty given away. Here's Bell. Madden sends it back infield. Notley, it's away from Brad Russell. Richards comes up to make the touch. Happy to throw the footy round, and Notley there, a little rare mistake. Just probably had a little bit too much time and space to think about what the next play was going to be.
I reckon he might have been thinking about taking Dave Richards on the out. Teammates, but Dave would have been up to that. He's a super smart player.
Good opportunity for Redlands. They want to be the next team to score, get back within 1. Looping ball over the top from Hall. Nothing there on the end of it. The Rebels will tap and restart with Jake. They'll feed it to Riley Madden. Bell supporting as the Rebels do the hard yards to get downfield. Walker loses his feet in really tricky conditions for the players tonight. A lot of rain here in Brisbane throughout the week. And as late as yesterday, pretty much all day yesterday here in Brisbane. Rain.
Credit to the BMTA, field maintenance staff. They've done a really good job of these fields. Obviously, it's a little bit chopped up, but you'd think it would be after 2 weeks of torrential rain. Obviously, last week being cancelled and moved to this week. So credit to the staff for letting these games go ahead.
Russell gets a clean look from half. Oh, a little bat on there from Price. Just fractionally a little low. Nice little passive play out the back there from Redlands. And both teams, as they retrieve the footy.
I think James Courtney might have picked up a little knee knock. Hopefully that's okay. You'll see him. I don't think he's subbed yet. I don't think he will.
He follows up here and feeds it to Caelan Bell. Another piece of work from half from James Courtney. Streeter. Now Bell has a look. Nice ball. Sharp comes back on the inside. It's going to be a repeat set.
I wonder if Marcus could have caught that.
It was almost in the breadbasket.
Yeah.
They're tough ones to take when they just get slung straight back on the inside. You got to be expecting that would be the case. Now decent contact there from Rolfe. Bell, a look to go short side. That seems to be the play for the Rebels.
There. Oh, maybe the middle.
So penalty here to UQ. Just over 2 minutes to go. This is a big set in defence for Redlands. Down by 2 on the scoreboard. Down by 3.
Ooh, could be in some trouble here. So you might be subbed for this one.
And they get the forced substitution. So for a brief period here, they're going to have a one-player advantage. So they look to strike, or they've got a full set of 6 to work with. And they just keep cool heads here, the Rebels. They end up throwing it around as Redlands get their full 6 players back on. Russell slaps the footy down and takes some more seconds off the clock.
Smart player. Obviously waiting to get that last person on. He hits the ball down. Happy to give that one away. Oh, Brad's stuck here.
Oh, ball back on the inside. They chance their hand early in the set of 6. As we see Corey getting in the thick of it again. As expected. Here's Brad Russell. Nice little short ball off the hip home. Just getting it down before the touch is made. And Nick Home sets the brothers out here tonight for Redlands. There's a mistake. They're shy of the halfway line. 60 seconds to go here in the first half. A crucial set of 6 for both teams. 3-try advantage to the Rebels. I'll definitely feel confident going into the second half. 2 tries just keeps it interesting.
Very dangerous part for Redlands here.
Madden plays it. Prendergast comes off the right foot. Loops the ball over the top. Jackson Walker goes over for another one. And just as we say, Rebels go up by 3 just before the halftime break.
Wow. Great little sinker ball. Jackson Walker with another great line. That's the second one he's ran a great line out of the link.
Still got a chance here, Redlands. They know that the clock is starting to wind down.
And they won't want to make any touches here. They'll be happy to give away a penalty.
And they do. This will be the last play.
He subbed him.
Now Bradley plays it around the back, just slings it out to the corner. And that brings the first half to an end. And the Rebels, with a handy margin going into the break, they're up by 3 tries. Redlands really came out of the gate strong. Back end of the first half there, well and truly in the favour of the Rebels.
Like I said, if you're Rebels, you want to weather that storm, because if you give Redlands a sniff, they're going to stay around for a very long time, and they're coming at you at the back end of the game. But 3 tries, I still don't think that's enough. We've got to get a few more. Redlands will come out physical in this second half, and they'll throw everything they got at this Rebel side.
Big second 20 minutes to come for these 2 teams. Who's going to take the men's premier title for this year's Metro Cup? We'll take a quick break and be back with all the second half action.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it, so it stays looking smart. Tip Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.
At the halftime break here in the Men's Premier Grand Final at the Metro Cup, Rebels in front, 6 tries to 3 over Redlands. We can see over in the Redlands box at the moment, their coach Dave Marr, pretty vocal. He's bouncing around over there. He knows there's a huge second 20 minutes needed from his troops, but like we saw in the, particularly the opening stanza of the first half here, we know they've got it in them. We know they've got points in them. Defence is going to be crucial for them here in the second 20, Darty.
Yeah, it will. And like I said, I actually think this the way that they're going to be running this time with that 7 metre line, the try line, I think that's the chopped up of the 2. I think that might get the advantage. And that could see them come back into this game. Dave's a smart character, though. He'll have these guys up. He'll know what they need to do, and I'm looking for a big half from Redlands.
More of the same from the Rebels. They really started to work their way into this game towards that middle part of the first half. They've just got to finish off where they left off.
You almost reset. You go, let's weather the storm again. Let's keep getting the ball down the other end, and we'll find our players like Hegedus, Prendergast, and Otley. They've had a big game so far.
Jimmy's been amazing, hasn't he?
Yeah.
First 20 minutes, there's going to be more to come.
Yeah.
You made mention in the women's game as well as the men's game. All the players that you're expecting to stand up in big games like this, they deliver every time.
They're delivering, yeah. So I think there's been 2 from Hegedus already, 2 from Prendergast. This Rebel side, they got talent, man. So, Redlands are going to have to be absolutely clinical in this second half if they want to get back into this game.
Redlands will have the tap-off kickstart us here for the final 20 minutes of the Metro Cup season. Queensland State Cup coming up next week as well. You'll see all the action on KO Sport and Sky Sports Next as well if you're tuning in across the globe. And a big shout out to everybody watching tonight wherever you are. We hope you have enjoyed the grand final coverage. A couple of quality games. Still one more half of footy to come here at our men's. Ken Redlands.
I think I mentioned 2017 was the last time they came from 4th. I played in that game. We were up 5-1 at halftime, and they came back to beat us. So if there's a second half team, if there's a team that can do it from 4th, I don't know if this is an omen, but I think Rebels are going to have to be on their toes and make sure that they sniff this out early.
We've got some strike.
You can't tell that I'm still salty at that one. I still remember it.
7 years ago.
Yeah,
Dave.
7 years ago. 5-1 up half-time.
They
lose
knocked
6-5.
you off in the semi-final this year. They knocked you off in 2017. Oh, the poor old Colts. The one that got away maybe this year. Now, Bradley looking for a penalty. Not going to get it. They need to continue on with their set. They come back towards Brad now. Nice footwork.
Touch and pass. Great touch, Riley Madden.
So nice start in defence from UQ. Touch and pass is the call. Riley ducks the head there on the first touch. Notley follows suit with some good metres.
Great drive.
Nice first 3 touches here for the Rebels as Walker continues the flow. Now we got a little time off
we're going to have a penalty here too.
And we mentioned this in the first half. They don't want to give these kind of penalties away, Redlands. Cheap ones as well. They got to let their footy do the talking. They continue to roll on now. A big defensive set for them. They've got to be the first team to score, and they've got to be on their game to stop this attacking prowess. That is the UQ Rebels. As Bell plays it shy of the 7-metre line. Streeter sends it back on the inside to Searle, who just always looks calm and collected when he's got ball in hand.
Oh, he's dropped that one.
Little flick. Floating ball over the top there from Kalen Bell. It was a tough one to take from Jackson Walker, who's already got a couple of tries in the game tonight.
That little sinker, it's caused Redlands trouble already, and that time Jackson Walker puts that one down.
Now Richards plays it for Adam Russell, who skips. Oh, Sharp had a big snatch at that. It looked like they were under control, but it almost just fell into his lap, and they're hard not to have a go at.
When they're there, you just want to take them.
Now Adam Russell plays it. Richards, they go away from the sweet home. He's already split them on a number of occasions so far in the game. Oh, probably just took it casually.
Yeah, I think we might have a holding penalty here.
Referees just coming together off screen. Lavery and Jordan Randall confirming the decision. They do give the penalty to Redlands. A holding call as signalled from Jordan Randall. Here's Jacob Hall. Short side might be an option for them. Ducks ahead and tries to get in underneath. Nice defence. I think that was Streeter again.
The long arms of Streeter. Okay. He's had a really good year. Obviously one of those young players coming through the ranks.
Home, back in. Hall. Got him. Beautiful ball to Nathan Beaton. We said it, Redlands needed to be the first team to score here in the second half, and they get that job done.
And really good ball here. Nice and early. Jacob Hall, and great line from Nathan Beaton.
It was nice work from Russell as well, just coming outside in, pushed in a couple of defenders. And Beaton finishes it off, back down to 2. Now in the men's grand final. Madden does a good job to hold on to that one. And ball out in front of him. Now Bauer. Prendergast dances. Gets himself in a half, slipping and sliding. Another penalty. They're getting frustrated here. Redlands home. He's got hands on head. He looks to the box. What's the call?
And that set kind of looked a little bit disjointed from the Rebels. They're normally very connected. Liam Bauer, left foot. No.
Oh, has he held on to that? No. It looked like it had to have taken a little chunk of the grass there. Kelso.
He got me with the goosey too. I thought the left foot was coming for sure.
He almost got his hands underneath it. Flynn.
You need a little bit of luck if you're Redlands as well, and that's 2 now that Rebels have dropped.
Now Rolf. He had that absolute highlight in the first half. Can he come up with something else as Redlands get the penalty? They're playing tight in the middle. Price comes around the outside. There's been players called offside. Inside defence there from Madden. Was onside and comes up and makes the touch. James Price hasn't had too many opportunities so far in the GF. Short side this time. Comes off the left foot.
Yeah. Here come Redlands.
Back-to-back tries for the men in green, red and white. And they are well and truly back in this grand final.
You see, as I said, this line, it's so hard to change direction. That is the chopped up one, and Flint Kelso just slips. But a really good ball from Rolf.
That's a tough ball from Campbell Rolf as well.
Ball.
His body moving forward, comes against the grain.
That's 2 incredible balls he's thrown already.
Having some sort of grand final, the young man, Campbell Rolf. Now Hegetis plays it, cops a shot. As Notley had some space to work with, might have been able to punch into the in-goal area.
They're going to get a penalty too.
So this is an important facet of the game here for the Rebels. They've leaked back-to-back tries. Just got to maintain their momentum and just cool heads needed. They still got the lead. They're in front in the grand final. The advantage is still with the Rebels here. 14 minutes to go. There's plenty of footy to come. Hall, short ball.
Link ball might have been on again. They're going to touch and pass.
They play it short through the middle.
But this is what you want if you're Redlands. You're constantly getting it down the other end. They've started this half. Excellent.
Better punch out of the box in this set of 6 here for the Rebels. Bell flowing nicely. Streeter hits it down for Searle. Short little soft ball out of the hands. Streeter pops up. Has a little look there at Jacob Hall. This looks like a little bit of a clash of bodies coming into the last touch. Russell picks up some valuable metres on the first. Hardwick.
Oh, they've got him for over the mark.
Step over the mark.
That's not what you want.
Rebels in really good field position now. A whole set of 6 to work with. Andrew Searle in the middle. Oh, out in front of Kelso. Good job to hold on to that. Slippery conditions. Streeter plays it. Kelso back to Searle. Didn't come out of the hands. Redlands are up and about all of a sudden. Their supporters are getting vocal up on the hill. And willing their team home at the moment. Russell, that's Corey. Big meters, collision off the ball. They're going to just say play on. Right call as well.
Searle out of position though.
Now they play it.
Ball down.
Rolf, couldn't get it cleanly. Again, tricky. Clean play the balls down. You're running 100 miles an hour. Slippery ball, slippery conditions underfoot. Now Walker over the halfway line. Madden feeds it to
Prendergast
Bauer.
pop out.
Nice little pop out.
Dave Richards. Like I said, he's a smart player. He would have seen that coming.
They're up and about in the box there. Redlands, their skipper coming up with a big play. And look at this intent here from Redlands as we take a look at the replay of Richards making that huge touch on Prendergast. And get some changes onto the park now as Beaton gets him over the halfway line. Adam Russell plays it. Cops a bit of a shot and pops straight back up to his feet.
Price now.
Into half goes James Price. Nice ball. And couldn't be batted on there from Hall. Looking for a repeat set. No contact made there as Courtney comes in from the right wing. Madden on the first. Now Prendergast. Back in field, Notley looks to skip on the outside of Beaton. Beaton has to come back at him. He runs out of room in the end. Nice, calm, comfortable touch in the end. And Griffiths down on the left-hand wing for Redlands.
Oh,
nice switch back in. Hegedus, they've got numbers.
Didn't need to put that.
Eddie. Players down in the middle of the field as well. And just a rush of blood there from Eddie. Had his back turned to his support players, so probably didn't know how much space to work with.
He had a lot more time there. He probably needed a little bit of talk from his inside players, outside players. But that's a tough situation to be in. That's probably 3 now that Rebels have left out there.
Corey picks up. They've got the
great
numbers. And Hardwick. Great defensive read from James Courtney. We know how much of a quality finisher he is, but his defensive reads are second to none as well.
It's tough. You come out to this right to left platform and you see James Courtney on that wing. 9 times out of 10 he gets that read right. So
Hegedus with the hard yards down the left-hand sideline for UQ. As Bauer can't get away from Nick Home, just slows them down momentarily. They come back now towards Bauer. Home gets him again. They've got their numbers on the right. Bauer has to try to go footwork. Redlands are like, give us back the footy. We're ready to rock and roll.
They just keep coming, don't they? It's so impressive.
Now Rolf. He'll take a breather.
Great drive, Dave Richards.
Now back to Brad
pass
Russell.
half.
They'll come back. Andrew Searle taps and restarts. Straight up. Shy the halfway line as Kelso gets him over into the Redlands end of the field now. Sharp from half. Prendergast to Madden. Prendergast picks up. Oh, Madden's done a great job to hold on to that footy and score at a crucial time in this game. Came off the back of Prendergast again, but this is quality hands here from Riley Madden.
Very quality. Prendergast with his hands all over the footy again. Just lets it go at the right time.
And it was the work off the ball there from Madden as well. Just that little stutter, and then he popped out behind the Redlands defence. Geez, that's a tough ball to take in these tricky conditions. A big grand final play there from Riley Madden. Pushes them back out to that 2-try advantage. Redlands need to hit him back, and they go short. That looks really close to me. Lavery, I reckon when he starts talking to the players here, he's going to point to the spot.
I think he's saying he's touched him before he had the ball, maybe.
And let's take a look at this. It looked good to me in first instance.
I think that's what he's called. Flynn's got him just before he's got him there. Now he has the ball. Wow.
Great call, Matt Lavery. Correct call as well by the look of it. They needed that, Redlands. They need to stop as well. They can't go try for try with the Rebels. They got all numbers out on the right this time.
Couldn't hold that one.
And that was a really tough one to take at the bootlaces. He comes up and put a big shot on Brad Russell.
Blazers looked very dangerous this second half. He had a great first half as well.
Huge metres from Nick Home down the left-hand sideline. Gives an opportunity for Redlands to get some players on. And Flo now coming into the back end of the set. Corey Russell picks it up. He rips long, and Courtney is
all
there
over it.
again. And take a look at that.
I think he knows what you're doing before you even know it yourself.
Have a look at him just hold position there, and as soon as that ball's thrown, he knows where it's going. Pops out. Now having to make changes a little bit deeper behind their line this time. Streeter having a big game in the GF tonight. Kelso, nice ball. Searle with Foxcroft. He had some room to work with. Lavery has held things up. There was a little collision off the ball. It's going to go against Redlands here. Penalty coming to the Rebels. We've got Jordan Randall, our sideline official, on field as well, confirming with our on-field referee, Matt Lavery. I think Lavery saw something straight away he didn't like.
Maybe after the touch. Little late shot on the passer, maybe. I don't know.
And again, we've made mention Redlands give these type of penalties away. This is a crucial part of this game. They're down by one. They're in the thick of it. Jeez, that's close. Randall for a second there. I thought he had a second thought of it.
I could see the point starting, and he pulled it back. He's got us.
Still touches to come. UQ, Searle, short ball, holds it himself. They've opened him up this time. Streeter goes over. And one of their most experienced players, again, I made mention of it early in the game, like within that 7 metre zone, but it looks like he's got 2 minutes on his hand and pick and choose what option he wants. Shows the dummy, short ball.
Left foot. Wow. Still plenty of time in this game. This is shaped up to be such a good grand final.
Now Hall takes him on himself. Eddie makes a big touch in the middle. Richards, Price. What can they come up with here, Redlands? Adam Russell sends it out the back. Little
forward.
bat on. Yeah, it's come out of the hands forward. It was there for them.
It takes something special to beat James Courtney, and that would have been it, but just gone forward. And James Hegedus, great first drive. Followed by Jake Notley, and James Hegedus once again.
Now Hegedus. No, it's Prendergast. Apologies at Kelchfield. Madden, good meters coming into the back end of the set here. Walker just holds them up. They've still got a touch to come, UQ. Walker plays it. Early release. Courtney, nice slide coming across. Marcus Home. 4 minutes to go here in the grand final. Redlands down by 2.
Maybe here through the effects mic. 4 more stops is what Rebels are saying.
Nice roll down field here for Redlands, so as Brad Russell pumps, Bitten can't quite skip on the outside. He had an unmarked man on his right shoulder, and Charlie Griffiths just couldn't get the ball out.
Yeah.
Just over 3.5. Notley, hard yards. Searle. Now Bauer. Oh, Streeter, beautiful
great
short
touch,
ball.
Brad
Russell. That was a massive touch.
Needed to make that, I think. Oh, no. This is a massive set. You can't let it try in here.
Could this be the championship moment for the Rebels?
They send James Hegedus on the field.
One more try. Oh, gee whiz, that was flat at best. Redlands throwing lots of questions there towards the referees, rightfully so.
Hegedus on the sweep.
They're just hovering at the moment. Hegedus now into position, does come around on that sweep, comes off the right foot. Touch is made first. Not sure whether he would have got it down cleanly enough for the try. The last touch of this set. Redlands with one touch to make. Under 2.5 now to go in the grand final. They've got to come up with a stop here. They do hold off on Kelso, who throws it straight to Nathan Beaton. Now Brad Russell has to sling it in field. That will be the first touch. I'll be looking for some changes. Have they got enough in the legs, Redlands, to come up with a miracle?
We need to score here. Corey Russell out of half.
picks up cleanly, takes off, beautiful ball underneath. They're going to get a repeat set, or does it fall into the hands of the Rebels?
Should be 6 to go, I think.
Now this is crucial. Well, the referees have held things off. The clock still continues to wind. They do get the repeat set now. We're under 2 minutes to go. They'll have to look to go early in the touch count, you'd think. Rolf, they go away from
Picked
Corey
off,
Russell.
James Sharp.
Here's Corey. And he creates something, gets a shot there. They give the penalty away. Probably not a bad penalty to give away for the UQ Rebels.
And they'll be smart here.
He's gone down the other end here, Hegedus.
Oh, he's binned him. Oh, no.
So, wow, this is huge now. 6 on 5 Redlands. They have to take advantage. It's a minute 20. They can't waste time off the clock. Now Corey takes him on, gets it down. Rebels will manage the clock here. But a huge call in the back end of the grand final with Jimmy Hegedus sent.
Now that's one set. Rebels are going to get one here. If Redlands can score, that's only 3. They'll start the drop-off with one less player. If Redlands can get this done and score a try, and there is enough time.
They've got to defend the set of 6. That's the crucial part.
That's 3 touches gone. 4 touches gone.
It's still quite tricky, even though you got that extra
This
play
is last. They're going to have
advantage.
30 seconds.
Now, through the hands, Walker takes a little bit of a loss in meterage. Well, here we go, 20 seconds to go. Redlands with a player advantage at the moment. Rebels defending with 5 players on the field. 15 seconds. They're going to get into a position where they can strike. Can they level it up right at the death? 10 seconds to go here in the grand final.
Oh, that's gone!
Out to Marcus Home.
They've done it!
Into the corner.
Oh, my gosh!
Redlands have leveled it up.
So Rebels are going to start this drop-off with 3 players, and Redlands will get the tap.
Wow, that is massive. Absolutely massive. Have a look at this. Brad Russell couldn't have held it any longer. What about the battle there from Jacob Hall?
Hasn't he had a second half to remember?
Wow. Unbelievable. Home finishes it off in the corner. Scores a level at full time. Oh, what a second half of footy from both these two teams. Redlands, as the hooter sounds in the background. Wow, it all comes down to that massive play. Hegedus gets sent to the bin. But you all picked it up perfectly, Darty, that they will start now with the player down as well. That is huge advantage, Redlands going into extra time.
And I think what's worst is their best drop-off defender is in the bin. Jimmy Hegedus is the best drop-off defender in this competition, and he's going to start in the bin with 3 players on the field.
Well, so you can see the drop-off rules a little bit different, though, because of the situation that we have. So the Rebels will be starting with, how many do they start with? 3 players on the field. So usually 4 on 4. They've got the player in James Hegedus still in the bin at the moment, so they start with 3. 3 players on the field. You're usually playing with 6. There is so much space out there, and with Redlands having 4 players in this grand final to start this drop-off extra time period. Well, this is massive. This is going to take some sort of effort here from the Rebels to start this extra time period. They've got their tails up, Redlands, at the moment. Wow.
Like I said, you cannot give Redlands a sniff, and they've stayed in that to the very last minute, scored 2 tries in 2 minutes, and they're right in this. Redlands send out Corey Russell, Brad Russell, James Price, and Jacob Hall. And Rebels send Flynn Kelso, Jake Notley, and Blaze Prendergast. This is a tough ask.
So there will be a 2-minute period to start with. So even though they got the player advantage at the moment, if Redlands do happen to score here, Rebels will still get the opportunity to get the football back. If there isn't a clear winner after that 2-minute period, then it will be golden try from that point on.
And the advantage here, obviously massive advantage because Rebels have 3, but to get the tap in the drop-off, there normally works out to be about 3 sets that can get completed. So Redlands should get 2 sets here. Rebels maybe 1.
Well, here we go. Here we go. Extra time period. Redlands with 4 players taking on 3 Rebels in defence at the moment. Russell, Corey, they got the numbers already. Out to Marcus Home. They score within their first set. And Home probably smartly here can take his time before he gets the ball down. It's actually Jacob Hall who has scored for Redlands, and they take advantage straight away from the tap-off.
Do you know what? If you're Rebels, obviously that's a tough one to let in, but they've let it in very quickly. So the clock should help them here. They get their 4 players back.
Back to 4-on-4. If they score here.
James Hegedus on a sweeper, I think, or a quickie.
And back onto the field straight away is Hegedus. Notley, you don't want to give him too much space, and the touch is made. Big touch there from Rolf. That's Connor. The Rolf boys have had a night tonight. Hegedus now receives it back. Oh, he's shaped up, loops it over the top, out to the corner, and Kalen Bell scores here for the Rebels. So we're locked up again.
There will be clock management here from Redlands. They will take... Oh, no, they're going to run. They will take their time getting to halfway. They will probably take time in the first couple of touches. 37 seconds left in this game.
Now Corey Russell set up first try in extra time. What a game he's had again for Redlands. Takes a juggle this time. Looping ball. The Price who takes it.
They pulled it forward.
Wow. No. Oh, a spectacular finish there from Price.
Advantage UQ Rebels. They're going to have maybe 1 touch, go down to 3 players, maybe 2 touches.
Now Notley. Andrew Searle comes onto the field. Hooter sounds in the background. Still locked up. We drop down to 3-on-3 now. Notley, Prendergast and Searle for the Rebels.
2 touches to come.
Nick Home, Brad Russell and Adam Russell on the field here for Redlands. Last touch, Notley. We know how quick he is. He holds it up.
Oh, 6 to go.
That is a huge call. Notley just slung it back on the inside, just hoping it came off a Redlands hand. Matt Lavery says it was played at.
As a player, I'm hurting there, but as a commentator, I've got to stay neutral. But, oh, that's a tough one. Massive advantage, UQ Rebels.
Here's Prendergast. Loves it here in this position. Footwork. Oh,
great work, Adam.
You can't deny that one. He had to play it, that one. Had to get his hands on the footy there, Adam Russell. Over the top. Rebels win. And now Adam pops up nice and early.
Steals a touch.
Now they're dancing. Hegedus working with Prendergast. Comes in field. Oh, there's plenty of contact there. It's going to go the way of Redlands.
Wow.
Well, did the footy gods sort it out there? Who knows? Gives them a chance to get some fresh players on the field. Corey Russell comes on. James Price comes on. Price now fancies his chances.
Is good there.
Cuts back in.
This one's
back into Corey Russell. Comes back into James Price. Redlands have done it. The grand final. Can you believe it? They haven't given the try yet.
They're going to talk about it. Searle is very close to making this touch.
Oh, first thoughts. They've pointed to the spot.
Yeah, they've done it.
Redlands have won the men's premier grand final in extra time. This is an amazing try.
This is just footy.
And smart awareness. Price back on the inside. Bang, gets it down.
Yeah, that is down. Unlucky to Andrew Searle there, but Redlands have done it again.
Oh, one of the best Metro Cup grand finals you will ever see. This will show it perfectly. Price down. Jeez, it's pretty close.
Oh.
It is really close.
Wow.
How do you sum that game up, Daddy? How do you sum it up?
Mate, there was so many good things about that. You had Rolf's flick ball. You had the comeback from Redlands. Oh, Prendergast, Hegedus had great first and second halves, and Redlands just once again sniffing around and go from 4th position to win the 2024 Metro Cup.
2 games they won. 2 games they won in the regular season. The first and the last game of the competition. They win the semi-final. They win the grand final. One of the best games of footy you will ever see. Redlands have done it again. They're the 2024 Metro Cup champions.
Welcome back to the competition.
Oh, wow. What a game of footy. The women's game was fantastic as well. The UQ Rebels getting the victory there. What a tough loss that is for the UQ Rebels in the men's, but a phenomenal game of footy from both these two teams. Congratulations to Redlands, commiserations to UQ. That one's going to hurt for a while. Well, we hope you enjoyed the coverage tonight. We certainly did up here in the commentary box. Big thanks to Jordan Dart tonight. Big thanks to all the co-commentators that have been up here in the box throughout the season. Kai Leggett, Carly Banks, Adam Pride in particular as well. Redlands, one of the most famous victories in this Touch Football Club's history, have won the Metro Cup men's premier title. We appreciate and thank you for your company tonight. Until next time, we look forward to seeing you at next year's Metro Cup.